Our next guest faced medical gaslighting earlier this year from not one, but two different doctors. Now she is sharing her cautionary tale to help other women. Before we speak to her, take a look at her story.
Amanda Buschelman is a stay-at-home mom in Trenton, Ohio. 10 years ago, as a treatment for endometriosis, she had a hysterectomy.
I have three little people that still live at home, age 14, 10, and 11.
Back in January, she felt an intense pain in her abdomen and went to her family doctor.
He pressed on my abdomen and I came off the table. He immediately had me sit up and he said, I think you need to go to the emergency room. I think you might have appendicitis.
When she got to the emergency room, the doctor's diagnosis surprised her.
He said, well, you have a cyst on your ovary. And I said, no, I don't. I don't have ovaries. And he said, yes, you do. And I said, sir, I don't have any ovaries. He frustratingly looked it up while in the room with me, and his whole demeanor changed.
She was sent home with medication, but the pain persisted.
I saw a different doctor. I explained my situation, and he sends me for a CT. Comes in, you have a cyst on your ovary. And I said, for the love of all that is good in the world, I do not have ovaries. So in 3 days, I've had two completely different diagnoses, none of which was a referral to even speak with general surgery.
Fed up with ER doctors, Amanda called her OBGYN.
So she took no convincing that I didn't have ovaries. And in the office, she did an ultrasound of that area. She said, so what I'm willing to do is go in to remove it. And while I'm in there, just kind of look around and see if I can see what is probably causing the pain. And I said, sign me up.
When she woke up from surgery, the truth was revealed.
The first thing my husband said was, did they tell you what happened? And I was like, no. He said, you had appendicitis. You had appendicitis the whole time. They took out your appendix.
Now, she is sharing her story with the world because if this happened to Amanda, it could happen to you.
Joining us now to tell us about this crazy turn of events, please welcome to the show, Amanda Buschelman. Thank you.
Amanda.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, and thank God you are here. Jeff was saying he would just put the appendix on the table.
At the other doctor's office.
Right.
Like, what do you think now?
Right. Oh my gosh. So how does it feel when doctors are insisting on something you know for sure isn't correct?
I think with my age, being 42 and having had lots of experiences with doctors, I was pretty confident that what he was saying about ovaries wasn't true. But I'll tell you what it does. It absolutely takes away the confidence and the security we should feel when we're seeing a doctor for something that we know is wrong.
So do you believe that playing a woman played, or do you believe being a woman played a role in the way you were dismissed by these doctors?
I absolutely do. I think for a whole host of reasons. I think anytime there's pelvic pain, at least in my experience, it's easy to blame it on our reproductive organs. And I think also a woman who is calling out a male doctor and saying what you're saying isn't true is they find offensive. And I think for those two reasons, my life was put in danger. And to me, that's absolutely disgusting.
I completely agree with you, and I'm so proud of you for going forward. Did it ever become like you believed the doctor, like you believed you were being gaslit? Did you ever start to wonder if you actually never had a hysterectomy? Did it ever go that far?
Well, for me, I was also on pain medicine. So as soon as I got there, they did give me some morphine because I was absolutely miserable, as one is when they're having appendicitis.
Right.
And even in my, less than typical faculties, I was 100% aware that I'd had a complete hysterectomy because it is the only treatment for endometriosis, which is why I had it. Wow. So, and also I had the benefit of my mother being there with me, and I would glance at her like, this guy doesn't believe me, and now I'm getting scared, and she jumped to my defense as well.
I always say, bring someone or tape the recording so you have that in your possession.
That's
absolutely.
I feel like you're a little bit underselling what appendicitis is and how strong you have to be. I had a friend of mine, comic on a cruise ship, people said are you okay? And he said, I'm fine, and he passed out. This is an incredible amount of pain that you had to endure. So I have to ask you, dealing with all that pain, has this experience impacted your trust in medical professionals?
I don't mean to undersell the pain. I saw some of your earlier clips about some patients with endometriosis, and I had endometriosis. So I've had incredible pelvic pain my whole life. So I have also been conditioned by being ignored for multiple years with a diagnosis that I didn't receive until my 30s of endometriosis. So having that kind of pelvic pain, unfortunately, was something I was used to. And not being heard by doctors was also something I'm used to. So I was miserable. It was terrible. Has it changed how I view doctors? Absolutely. I've always known, because my mother was very good at teaching me to advocate for myself. But in those situations when you're in extreme pain, and the pain, like you were saying, that you can't describe, as a mother, I don't get to stop being my kid's mom. I don't get to stop driving them to school and caring for them. That's still my responsibility. So I don't mean to undersell it, but I think as women, we have to push through. We don't have a choice.
Well said. Wow. Amanda, your story is an amazing
Shout out
cautionary
to
tale,
you.
and you are giving hope to women all around the world. Thank you. DBL Nation, be sure to follow Amanda on TikTok at Amanda Beeman to hear more of her story. Thank you so much, Amanda. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Amanda.